My name's Sandy Feldner, and I've only been with this reading group for a few months now, so I didn't have a whole lot of topics to choose from if I was going to go back through my file. But this was about something that was special to me, and this is even a lot more special now because the person that I'm writing about in this is due to have her first baby. It's my baby having her first baby in August, so a lot more things I have to add to this. But anyway, something special to me. While there are many lovely things in my home that I feel blessed to own that are necessary and important to our lifestyle, there is one small item that probably would appear to be only a dust catcher to most anyone else. You see, my husband passed away at the age of 47, very young indeed. Our daughter was 11 years old at the time. She and I found ourselves very vulnerable and at a loss to cope with the situation. He passed in October of 1999. Needless to say, Thanksgiving and Christmas held a huge void for both of us. Our daughter had a special relationship with her dad and missed him terribly. I tried to make things as normal as possible for her, but some things just can't be. She was just as concerned about my feelings, a very perceptive young girl of 11. When she was finished opening her gifts on Christmas morning, she stood and handed me a very prettily wrapped box. She looked at me with anxious eyes. I expected a pretty scarf or a book or something, but instead it was an oval tin box, and inside were some treasures: a beautiful poem that she had written about her dad from her 11-year-old heart, a letter to me that I will always cherish, and a photo of my mother who had passed years before she was born. This was a lovely thing that she did for me, and was probably the most wonderful gift that I'd ever received. I knew it was meant to soothe my grief, and it was from her heart. So much thought had gone into it. I cherished this box with its contents, which I have added to over the years, but only with things that I have felt were worthy of a home inside of it. So when I feel in despair, I open my box, look at its contents, and it lifts me up so high. I love my daughter and her beautiful giving heart. I will cherish my box always and know that someday it will have a home on a shelf in her house.
My name is Merle Brady, and I've been with the group since the inception of this wonderfully talented group of writers. We all enjoy each other's stories. What I do on a rainy day. One of the last things I do at night is check the weather on the internet, especially if there's any chance of rain. I have just checked the weather on the internet, and we don't expect rain until about 7 o'clock Wednesday morning. I almost become giddy when rain is expected, especially at night. Because I know the need to get up early Wednesday morning, I have set my alarm. As soon as the alarm rings, I will immediately raise the shade so I can see what the weather's like outside. If we don't have at least a little shower of rain, I'm going to be disappointed. A rainy day provides all kinds of opportunities for me. Since I've retired, I feel free to do as I please. If it is raining, I will just sit and watch the rain. I don't have a rain gauge, but I must put that on my want list. I then go and open the door to see if I can gauge how much rain we have received by checking a puddle in my neighbor's driveway. Very scientific. I go to the kitchen to fix my coffee and cereal and move the curtain so I can look outside. Sometimes the birds will come to the feeders and eat even if it is raining. The only thing I really wish for on a rainy day is a metal roof. If I had a metal roof on my house, I would probably go upstairs and lie in bed and let the patter of the rain lull me to sleep. But since I don't have a metal roof, I make my plans for the day. Most times I think of making a pot of soup, which is one of my comfort foods. Since I'm going to be home, I can tend the pot of soup as I walk from door to door watching the rain. I especially enjoy a summer storm. If we have a storm at night, I like to raise the shade so I can watch the lightning. Everything in the house should be very quiet so I can hear the thunder. As the soup is simmering, I might do some laundry. This is also a very good time to read a good book, and I have lots of good books just waiting to be read. At the end of the day, I thank God for watering the flowers and crops. We can survive for a while without food, but we cannot survive without water.
If you would like to write on what were the things you thought you'd do when you had enough time, or anything else, come and join us. First and third Wednesday at 10:30 at the library.